Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a guided message for all of my divine masculines out there. So if any of you are in a twin flame situation, this is going to be what your divine masculine twin has on their mind in regards to your connection. This is what they want to say to you, but they can't. They either are too afraid or they can't find the strength or what they're going through. So this is for you. If you'd like a personal reading, my email is in the description box below, and you can also follow me on Instagram. Okay, let's go. Please, spirit guides, for the divine masculines out there and for my viewers watching, what are some of the messages that they want to say? Okay, so the first one we have is, you don't know how many times I've wanted to reach out to you. This person wants to badly just send you a text, send you a phone call. I'm getting that they wish that they could see you too. They may try to think of your face, or they think of you all the time. They think about what you would say, or how you would react, or they imagine times when things were good between you two, and they think back and reminisce. They could even be dreaming about you. This one says, I promise I won't ever break your heart again. They think about getting back in your good graces again, and they imagine, like, if they were ever able to be so lucky as to get another chance with you, they just never want to hurt you again. They never want to break your heart again. And they imagine what if when things from here on out were just all good between the two of you, and what that would look like, what that would feel like, what that would be like. Okay, let's see what else. This one says, did you give up on us? So this person is wondering, like, if you don't care about them anymore, you don't love them anymore, and if you've given up. So maybe you've moved on, maybe you are seeing someone else, or you don't even have to be. Some of you might even just be single out there, but you could have lost feelings or passion for this person. You could have lost the way that you felt. Maybe you don't feel the same way anymore. Maybe you're even wondering if you even still love this person because of whatever has happened between the two of you. I check on you every chance I get. Yeah, so I was getting that feeling too earlier, whereas like this person may be checking your social media online, to be checking what you're posting. If you guys have each other blocked, they could have made a fake profile just to be able to see what you're up to, look at your pictures, see your face, see how you're doing, if you're doing good. It might be a double-edged sword for this person. If they see you like doing good or being happy, it might trigger this person. It might make them feel some type of way. It might make them feel upset but happy to see you at the same time, or I don't know. It's like bittersweet, I guess. Let me see. I'm just trying to make it through the day. So this person it might just be difficult even just to do the daily things for this person. Even going to work, it might feel like they just have so much going on. They have so much stress that they're going through, so much on their minds, and it may just be difficult for them to do everyday things. Oh yeah, and this card too, the one where it says, I check on you every chance I get. Even if they're in another relationship, they may find it hard to keep tabs on you. So when it says every chance I get, maybe when they are away from this other person, maybe they still are checking, they're able to check on you. It says, I'm slowly making my way back to you. So for some of you, this person is working on themselves. They're working on who they are as a person. They're thinking back to what they did wrong in the connection, why it went wrong, and they're working on these things. And in their mind, if they do those things, they think maybe you'll come back to them, or you guys will slowly come back together someday in the future. So yeah, they're working on union basically, which, you know, that doesn't happen for everybody. So I don't know what your specific situation is, but yeah, this is the same energy I was already picking up on. See, it says, I feel bad how I left things between us after all that we have shared. So this person has like some guilt when it comes to how things went wrong. Maybe the last time that you spoke, it wasn't good, you know, and they feel bad about this and they think about it all the time. This could even drive this person crazy a little bit. Maybe they're not able to sleep, or maybe they feel frustrated, or maybe it even affects their other relationships. Maybe when they're trying to talk to someone, they kind of zone out, and then like their past comes in, the memories that you guys had shared, and they feel really bad. They're like, man, the way that things went is just not the way it was supposed to go, or whatever. And then this one says, I'm in a karmic relationship. See, I was picking up on that earlier with this card. They check on you every chance they get. You know, this leaves the notion that they're not able to always check on you. Why would that be? You know, maybe for some of you, your twin is in another relationship or seeing someone else. So for some of you, this could be a karmic. So what that means is, for those of you that don't know, is this person is with somebody, they could be in a relationship with this person or just seeing them, but they are in a relationship with somebody for a reason or a purpose to learn lessons from. So it's not really somebody who they're meant to be with, or that they're meant to stay with forever, or maybe like not even to, yeah, anyway. So then this says, I'm starting to see that I cannot live up to other people's expectations of me. This person could have made decisions based off of what other people wanted them to do, which is common, I guess, with divine masculines. You know, I feel like they are more likely to be affected by the society's norms or expectations of them. If they say, you know, oh, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to have this career, you're supposed to be the provider, the money maker, you're supposed to have this wife that looks like this with these kids, you know, whatever. I mean, that can affect divine feminines as well, but I feel like, or they're more likely to please their family and friends, right? Like, so if all their family and friends are saying like, you should be with so and so and you shouldn't be with her, I feel like they are more likely to do that, like to please their family and friends. And I think that your divine masculine is slowly realizing, like, you know, that it's not the best decision for them to always just do what other people want them to do or what other people ask them to do, because it's not really pleasing them or what they want, you know. So they're missing something here, or there's a lack of whatever happiness, you know. This says, the truth is, I'm scared to tell you the truth. I feel like this person has gone through things that has scared them, you know, like I think that this person is afraid of their own emotions. They're afraid of their own depth. They're afraid of life itself in a way, because of the things that they're going through, the things that they're experiencing, the emotions, the highs, the lows. It doesn't make sense to the logical brain. And I feel like with divine masculines especially, you know, they can be more logical or afraid of their emotions, whereas, you know, divine feminines are more likely or willing to go there. You know, and a part of that is society. We have been taught to not be afraid of our emotions, or it's okay for women to be emotional because they naturally are more emotional. But that's not true. Like, men have emotions just like women. Exactly. Like, you know, and if anything, that pressure, I feel like that constant pressure to men to not show their emotions, I feel like is more, even more damaging, and almost in a way it makes them even more sensitive, you know. And I feel like I hear that complaint from females a lot within their relationships and their connections, that men are just like little babies, you know, and they get frustrated, or having a boyfriend or a husband is like having another kid, you know, and it's like behind closed doors they want to act like a little baby, but then in public they want to be all tough, you know. There's a lot of issues with that. So I do feel like it's the constant pressure to suppress the emotions within the masculine energies, that it's really messed up. It almost does the opposite effect, where it makes guys more emotional or upset or sensitive, so they lash out. So then we see abuse, right? We see the masculines abusing the feminines. Not, I mean, I shouldn't even bring that up. I'm sorry. This is a divine masculine reading. This has nothing to do with physical or emotional or psychological abuse. But on a separate note, right, we see that in the world or society. We see that there are males that abuse women, abuse females, or cheating. And this is my personal opinion, okay? So I do think that cheating stems from that same issue, okay? When you tell someone basically that they can't show their emotions, they're not supposed to because of their sex or whatever, or they gotta be tough and strong, and it's weak or girly or feminine to show their emotions, that person, it's gonna mess that person up. They're not gonna be able to process their emotions properly, and so they're gonna come out in some crazy ways, you know. So we already talked about one of them, which is abuse. Okay, another one I believe is cheating. So we always say that, you know, that stems from this like male primitive urge to either spread their seed, or one woman's not enough because they have to like spread it around. But we've seen in evolved males fall in love and be monogamous. So I just don't think that, I actually personally believe that it stems from emotional suppression. But anyway, I'm gonna be moving on because I'm getting sidetracked. That's like a whole other discussion, and this is a divine masculine read, and I'm sorry, but actually, even though twins can go through these things that I'm bringing up, these issues, in a divine masculine purpose and life path, you're supposed to evolve from those things. So I shouldn't even be bringing it up because those are like lower vibe things. Anyway, the next card out we have is, my family looks up to me and I feel like I can't let them down. Okay, so we already went into that, right? So, you know, the divine masculine it could be a lot of pressure, and divine feminines, you may not understand this, but there could be a lot of pressure on this person to live up to their family's expectations, and you may not understand that, you may not know that. So you have to take into consideration the other factors around this divine masculine that play a role in either getting in between your connection and not to lash out at him or her, but to be understanding that there are other factors that get in the way aside from the issues that go on between the two of you. This person may feel like they are trying to do the right thing and be a good person, or be a good son, or be a good father, or whatever that's going on in this divine masculine's life that is so overwhelming that you don't even understand the pressure. And that's what stands in the way of, you two being together. So, that's what the twin flame journey is all about. It's becoming more understanding and compassionate, right? Because your goal is actually like unconditional love in the end. So, a lot of times you can only think of yourself, or your perspective can be so small, or you can be so hard on your twin and say, oh, you're always coming up with excuses, or, this and that. So that's what this reading helps with, is to shed light on the other side, because you guys are going through the dark, right? That's why they call it the dark night of the soul. So this says, when I said it was over, I don't know what the F I was thinking. That's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I feel like they said a lot of why the connection is not working. Like, there's a lot of pressure from society, right? We went over suppressing emotions. They could have another person they're involved with. I mean, I don't really know what this means. But maybe when we get more cards, maybe like, okay, so I'm sort of getting a message here. It's almost like this person is living in two different worlds. So they have the world that they shared with you. Maybe when you guys met or when you fell in love, it was so amazing that when they're looking back and they left you, this is a part of it too, right? This is another piece where they're saying, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I would let go, like, of something so beautiful or something so great, or where I was so in love and I was so happy with you. Like, why? Why would I do that? Maybe that's another part, okay? Because this connection is so complicated, right? There's so many factors, or there's so many pieces. Let's see what else. What else for my divine masculines? Please, spirit guides. What else? Whoa, that one flew. Okay, I do feel like there is subliminal messages in the way that the cards come out. So when a card flies like that, I felt like, there's some frustration of just like, screw it, right? I just threw it again. Where did it go? Oh, that's crazy. And it landed right with my other cards. Like, perfectly in line. That was crazy. I wish you guys could have seen that. Anyway, so this one says, I'm closed off from seeing your point of view right now. So it's interesting that these two cards came out together. Because on one hand, one is saying, when I said it was over, I don't know what I was thinking, right? So what that means is, I already told you guys, right? They were so happy, they were so in love, that they're like, why would I end that? And then on the other hand, because they had so many other things going on in their life and in their world, like we already went over as well, with society or their pressure or the family, their friends, whatever, then this also said, but I got so fed up, I got so frustrated, I just said, fuck it, screw it, right? When the card flew out like that, and I said, I'm closed off from seeing your point of view right now. So they just said, but I just had to end it. I just had to say it's over because I can't deal with it anymore. It's too overwhelming. It's too much. Okay, so that's really interesting. All right, let's see what else comes out. Okay, but after they did that, after they shut you out, the next card we have is, I've been miserable without you. So they had to push you away. They had to shut you out. But after they did that, they just realized that they're just miserable without you. Like, you were their happiness. You were their light. You made them light up inside. You gave them that sunshine. You gave them that love. You gave them everything that they were looking for. It's interesting how these three came out, right? Because it's like the first one was like, I don't know why I would shut that out, but I just couldn't handle it. I had to shut you out. I had to distance myself, and now I'm miserable, you know? Let's see what else comes out. These are coming out like, it's amazing. They just all go together like perfectly. Like this one, it says, I can't figure out why you trigger me so much. So after they closed you off, shut you out, and closed off, realize that they're miserable without you. They're trying to think like, why is this happening? Why does this person trigger me so much? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I can't let them go, but at the same time I want to get away from them? But now I'm so upset. I'm miserable without them. Like, I can't figure this out. Why is this happening? You know? Okay, this is going to be the last ones. Then we're going to wrap this up. Okay. Then it says, my financial situation has changed. I don't know what that means. Maybe this person is going through changes at work, or money. They're having money issues. Maybe they had a big expense coming up, or they could be going into debt, or they could be spending too much money, maybe like to cope or with their emotions, or maybe this person is partying too much, so they're spending too much money on partying so that they can cope with their emotions. Then this says, I don't feel I deserve to be happy. This person suffers from shame or insecurity, or it could be issues that stemmed from their childhood. This person maybe doesn't feel that they deserve you, that they deserve love, that they deserve happiness. And, you know, that's a huge issue for a lot of people in life and in their relationships. You know, you're not going to be granted a successful, loving relationship without you feeling like you deserve it. It's just not going to happen, you know? You got to get to that place within yourself where you're comfortable, where you're happy on your own, and you do feel like you deserve the things that, like, in life that are good, that are going to bring you happiness. You do have to feel like you deserve your twin in order to bring them forward and to you, right? So then this says, I can't listen to music right now because I hear you through the songs. Maybe this person is listening to songs that, or maybe when they go places, which this is common in twin flame relationships, they hear songs like playing on the radio, or that you guys used to listen to when you were together, and it's just driving them crazy because it is making them think of you and it's triggering them. And then this is the last one. Wow. But there is the overall energy at the bottom of the deck, so I will go over that too. But this is the last one in the spread. So it says, sometimes I cry about you when I'm alone. So that's kind of sad, right? Like, and that goes with what I was talking about earlier. This person may feel like because they are a masculine energy that they're not able to express their emotions. Maybe they're embarrassed. They definitely can't share how they feel with their family or friends because they're getting a lot of pressure from them to act a certain way or be a certain way or whatever is going on with them. So the only time that they can express the way that they feel is when they're alone. That's the only time they feel safe, and that's the only time that they can let it out and cry sometimes. So that's really sad. And then the overall energy is, I don't want to lose myself in this relationship. So whether that means it could be with the karmic that they're with, or it could be when they're talking about you with their twin. So what this means is they could be staying with that person that they're with now because it's easy. Like, it's kind of easier. This is only going to make sense to people that are on the twin flame journey, I know. it's easier to be with someone who you don't actually care about or love as much. It's very easy. You're not worried about losing that person. You don't care what they think. It's very easy to go up to them and be yourself, or I don't know if you can be yourself really, but, or I guess I should say, put on an act, right? You can kind of be around someone who you don't really know them as much, or you don't really care about them as much. It's very easy to put on an act around them. They don't know. They don't know the real you. They don't know that you're putting on an act. They don't know that you're putting on a front. It's very easy to be in a karmic relationship. They don't challenge you to grow. You can just mess with them. Like, you can be whoever you want with them, or you can just hide who you really are, hide how you really feel. It's just so easy, you know? So they may stay with that person because it's easier, and they're afraid to. But on the other hand, maybe this is preventing them from being in union because maybe they could be afraid of losing themselves in their twin relationship, which, you know, that's not really possible, but like, well, your twin, it really is half of you, but like, it could be something that they fear. Like, they just are afraid of union. They're afraid of the relationship. They're afraid of the connection. They're twin. So it's a possible fear. So that could also be preventing them from coming towards you or being in a relationship with you. And they could go the rest of their lives being too afraid and not coming together. So, you know, union doesn't happen for everybody. And we all have our free will. So you can always choose to be with someone else, or to be single, or to not be in union with your twin. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the like button. Please share and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.